Hello and welcome to my first ever 3-minute review. It's a new thing I'm trying out for cars that I'm only able to drive for a couple of hours, but they still leave an impression on me and I feel the need to talk about them. And we're starting this series with the new Renault Megane GT. What was a few years ago a simple model line has now evolved into a fully fledged car in Renault's lineup. It feels and it drives so different than the regular Megane that you might be tempted to think they're made by different manufacturers. And even though this is a car meant to fill the gap between the regular Megane and the RS model, it's not just a cosmetic job. It's a car developed with the help of the Renault Sport people, and after driving it for a bit, you can truly feel that. And beside the fact that it feels like a Renault Sport product, there's also quite a lot of things that remind you of that. First off, you get a lot of Renault Sport badges everywhere, then there's the sportier exterior design, the 18-inch optional alloy wheels, and lastly there's the interior, which features these great looking and quite comfortable seats and some blue accents all over the place. Overall, a very good looking car inside and out. The car is front-wheel drive only. It has a 1.6 TCE turbocharged engine capable of producing 205 horsepower and 280 Nm of torque. It's basically the same engine you'd find in a Clio RS, but with 40 more Nm of torque. And as it is with the Clio RS, this engine can only be coupled to a 7-speed EDC automatic transmission. The 0 to 100 km/h time is 7.1 seconds and maximum speed is 230 km/h. The Megane GT also features 4-wheel steering, which turns the rear wheels in the opposite direction to those at the front at low speeds, making it easier to maneuver around town, for example. Above 65 km/h, the front and rear wheels steer in the same direction to boost stability in faster corners. The engine is quiet and refined, but if you drive it like you should a Renault Sport product, you'll find that it's very eager to rev and it pulls quite well off the line. Torque comes in from low down in the RPM range, so you don't really need to rev it out as much to get all the power out of it. The brakes are pretty impressive as well. They stop the car very well, and after going up and down this mountain for a couple of times, they show no sign of fade whatsoever. The 4-wheel steering makes the car so much fun around corners. It feels light on its feet, agile, and it shows no sign of understeer when I push the car hard. Couple that to the firm but excellent suspension system, keeping the car planted on the tarmac, and this is shaping up to be quite the package. Well, first there's the engine sound, which is faked and is being pumped through the speakers. Nothing new nowadays, everybody does it, but that doesn't make it good. The steering is quite numb, it doesn't offer any feedback from the road, and it's not that quick either. The suspension is the one that actually offers you feedback from the road, but that only happens because it's quite firm. So firm actually that you feel every imperfection in the road, and that might be good for a weekend drive or a track day, but it's not really ideal for city driving. The gearbox is the last disappointing thing about this car, because sometimes it's quite slow, especially on downshifts when you're pushing the car hard. This is definitely not a hot hatch, as it's a bit underpowered, but it's a great driving car that looks and feels very well put together. And considering the starting price is just a smidge over 25,000 euros, it's an option you should definitely explore if you're in the market for a sportier family hatchback.